Hello 7th class students. Today we will do our next assignment or worksheet of chapter number 12, that is reproduction in plants. Okay. First of all, write down the heading. Chapter 12, that is your reproduction in plants. Your first question is, what are vegetative parts of a plant? What are vegetative parts of a plant? Remember this, when we talk about vegetative parts, except flowers, all the parts of the plants they are come under this category. They are known as vegetative parts. For example, the parts other than flower, leaves, stems, branches, roots, buds, they come under this category. Okay? And the other name of the reproduction done by vegetative parts is asexual reproduction. Now, what is the answer of this question? Vegetative parts are the parts of plants other than flowers, because flower is a reproductive organ of a plant. Okay. Now, also give examples of these parts like stems, branches, leaves, roots, and buds. Various methods are used in this vegetative propagation, that is cutting, layering, budding, mounding. Next, your question is question number 2, that is name the plant which grow by leaf buds. Your answer is bryophyllum. Okay. In this plant, the birds having adventitious roots, they arise on the margins of the leaves. Okay. When this bird detaches from the parent body and mixed into the soil, it gives rise to a new plant. This is bryophyllum. Next is question number 3. Differentiate between cutting and budding. Both are the asexual method of reproduction. So what is the difference between cutting and budding? Write in this form. First column is for cutting and next is for budding. Now in cutting, first point is vegetative propagation is done by stem cutting or branch cutting. It's done by stem or branch piece or cutting. Now in case of budding, the vegetative propagation is done by the adventitious buds. Write down vegetative propagation is done by adventitious. Adventitious means fibrous. All the roots they are rising from the same point. Okay, same basal point is there. Fibrous roots are also known as adventitious roots. Now, vegetative propagation is done by adventitious buds in case of budding. For example, write down examples. For cutting, write down rose, champa, sugarcane. What is necessary? At least one node should be there. Okay, one node should be there on the cutting. This is very essential for the growth of new plant. And in case of budding, write down examples: potatoes, yeast. The new bud arises from the parent body, it matures, it develops, and after maturing, it detaches from the parent body and mixed into the soil and then give rise to the new plant. Okay, this is the main difference between cutting and budding. Now, your next question is question number 4. Differentiate between stamen and pistil. Differentiate between stamen and pistil. Now, as you know very well, stamen is the male reproductive part of the plant and pistil or carpel is the female reproductive part of the plant. Now, write down at least two differences between stamen and pistil. You can also draw diagrams to distinguish between them. Okay, write down this answer like this. This is for stamen. This is your pistil. Remember, the other name of pistil is carpel. Yes, your first main difference is stamen is the male reproductive organ of plant. Okay, and whereas pistil is the female reproductive part of plant. Okay, next point. What are the different parts of the stamen? You can write in the next point. Stamen is divided into two parts. The upper part is known as anther, which consists pollen grains, and the second part is the long part, which is known as filament. Similarly, in case of pistil, it is divided into three parts. Number one is stigma, the topmost part. Sticky substance is secreted in this region. Next one is style, the middle and longest part of the pistil, and the lowermost part is ovary. Okay. Now where does fertilization takes place? Fertilization takes place in the ovary region. Now in the third point you can also draw the diagrams of stamen and pistil to distinguish between them. Okay. Now next is our question number 5. What are the different methods of seed dispersal? Now what do you mean by seed dispersal? The movement of seeds from the parent body to different regions through various media like water, wind, animals, bursting of fruits. So you have to write down only methods in this answer. The different methods of seed dispersal are: number one, wind is the major cause. The light seeds, like the seeds of maple, for example, the seeds of maple, they are winged seeds. They can easily be dispersed with the help of wind only. Then next example is the cotton seeds. They are very light. They can also be dispersed by this method with the help of wind only. Next is by water. The best example is coconut. Mostly you see the trees of coconut, they are found in coastal areas. Okay, with the help of water, the seeds of coconut plant, they are dispersed from one place to another. Third one is by animals. Now hooked seeds, they attach with the body of animals, as well as we people also come under the category of animals. Okay, we are social animals. Hooked seeds like xanthium, they are dispersed by the method of sticking on the body of these animals from one place to another. Next is fruit bursting. What do you mean by fruit bursting? The pods of pea, pulses, they mature, becomes dry, shrinked, and exploded. After explosion, After bursting the seeds of these pods, they are scattered from parent body to different places. Okay, so write down here pea pods, pulses. The seeds of pulses, they are dispersed by the method of fruit bursting. These are your 5 extra questions from this chapter. Do all these questions in your fair notebooks. Thank you. Have a nice day.